All right, what's going on? What's going on? My name is Ari, the Healing Empress, aka the Fly Goddess. And real quick, let's see what's going on in this energy. All right, let's see. All right, there's some sort of truth that requires action. All right, so once you know something, you must act accordingly. All right, so it's something that you're getting ready to find out. All right, and you must act accordingly. All right, it has something to do with abundance. All right, once you know the truth, you must act accordingly. All right, so let's see what this is. Well, damn. All right, something has come to an end when it comes to you, Divine Feminine. All right, something has come to an end. All right, when you know something, you must act accordingly. Bless you. All right, so something has come to an end. All right, karma is here. Karma is here. All right, something is coming in quick too. There's some sort of love offer that is here. All right, this could come from somebody who hurt you in the past. All right, somebody is coming towards you with some sort of romance. All right, I don't know if somebody is trying to fix something, but truth requires action. So I feel like somebody is doing something. All right, somebody is doing something for you. All right, because somebody is trying to achieve some sort of goal. All right, so I feel like you're not taking something without action. All right, or you're walking away from it, abandonment. All right, you could be walking away from it. All right, and continue to walk in your north node. All right, to your abundance. All right, yeah, you're putting something to. All right, unexpected is here. All right, because something that you manifested is here. All right, and you're putting something to rest. All right, you are not letting nothing stop you from moving forward. All right, you're not holding space for any or no one. All right. So action, you must act accordingly once you know something. All right, it's something that you could be getting ready to find out. All right, somebody could be going to jail. Expectations. All right. Truth requires action. Something could be coming out and somebody has to deal with the consequences. All right. Stagnation, fear of change is here. Holding on to the past and feeling lost. All right. But there's partnership here and harmony and fulfillment coming out of it still. All right. So somebody could be coming towards you, applying some sort of pressure. All right. Action. They know that they have to. All right. Somebody can't come towards you and this is Jezebel, sexual energy. All right. Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. Somebody could be walking away from a Jezebel as well. Somebody could stay with someone. All right. Somebody is moving away from the past. All right. Somebody wants a real relationship. Somebody's coming in for a new beginning. All right. Somebody wants to balance something out, but somebody knows that they have to apply some sort of action. All right, crossroads is here. Let's see what's going on when it comes to crossroads. If you are interested in a read, let me know. All right, blocked is here. Crossroads, a choice. A choice is asking you to define yourself. All right, you could be walking away from something. You could be blocking something out because you're not dealing with manipulation. All right, so you're making choices that have everything to do with your work. I mean, one manipulation, especially when y'all ass know the truth. I'm back. A birth of a child could be significant. Somebody is doing what they want to do. All right, equal partnership. So somebody basically doing what they want to do when it comes to you. All right, somebody does not want to manipulate you, or somebody could have been feeling like they can do what the fuck they want to do when it comes to you because you ain't never going nowhere. There's a commitment here. Somebody is coming towards you with a commitment. You're getting ready to receive great news. All right. This commitment could you be you just being committed to loving your fucking self. All right. Surprise is here. Again, somebody's coming towards you with some sort of a romantic offer, and you could be turning them down. All right, because you're making the choices that have something to do with your purpose at this time. If it's not going along with your purpose, if it's not benefiting your purpose, you're not doing it. All right, fantasy versus facts. All right, you may have been attached to what could be and not what is. All right, attached to potential. You wanted something to work, but somebody clearly did not. Somebody wanted something the easy way. All right, and you ended that shit. All right, you're going after your own success. All right, thoughts is here. All right, if somebody may be feeling cold and bitter about you, all right, this is making this person a karmic masculine. All right, your growth, your success. All right, this person don't like the fact that you are excelling. All right, this person knows this person's in a mental imprisonment when it comes to you because this person is feeling like you gonna leave. All right, the sun is here. This person, and the only way that this person would feel like this is if they wasn't doing enough. All right, so this person can have selective memory. They may be only remembering the parts that they feel is easier. They don't want to remember the fucked up times. They don't want to remember shit like that. You're not dealing with anybody like that because that means they'll block out the fucked up times in their life and they're not healing. So therefore, they're not going to be able to heal anything with you. All right, progress and expansion. What's going on, Alexandra? Progress and expansion, childhood, innocence is here. All right, you worked very, very, very fucking hard. All right, and this person is seeing you as this ice queen energy. This person is comparing you, all right, to a queen of wands, somebody who's in competition. All right, this could be a mother figure. This could be anybody who's attached to this fucking masculine inner conflict. All right. Message of concern. This person gonna see you move the fuck on. All right, jealous and envious because you did not wait. You're not waiting on anything. Whatever comes, whatever happens, happens, and that's basically what you got going on right now. All right, the golden throne. I sit, I sit boldly in the power that belongs to me. All right, reclaim your seed, boundaries, self-respect, authority, standards, and no longer shrinking to fit others. All right, if other people can't see your wealth, then fuck it. All right, you put an end to that shit. All right, in the distant future, you're not fucking with anybody who doesn't respect who you are. All right, somebody was trying to come up off of your manifestations. No, you're moving, new residence. All right, you're being cheered for a flight departure. You're leaving a karmic masculine behind. All right, and I'm talking to an Empress energy. Yeah, mature man is here. There's a mature man here. Abundance. All right, karma is here. I just feel like somebody had their time. All right, and somebody did a bunch of shit to manipulate the situation instead of doing what the fuck they was supposed to be doing. All right, I just kept trying to get over it. You're moving. All right, movement. Rapid rain, change, travel, communication. There's some sort of documentation here. All right, this person is false as fuck. All right, this person ain't who the fuck they say they is. All right, and they weren't willing to make the changes, but you did. All right, positivity and joy is here. All right, and you're moving on. Somebody could be coming to you, and you're moving forward. All right, somebody who's in high honor, a leader. All right, somebody who can lead. All right, not somebody who's going to follow. All right, and somebody is jealous because they get a message of concern that you're moving forward, and it ain't really shit they can do about it. All right, you're getting money. They didn't help you. Emotional pain is here, and shit is moving quick for you because somebody still wants to be attached to everything that they fucking know. All right, and being attached to everything that you fucking know, you will win. All right, I mean you will lose. You can't be with no divine feminine and you attached to everything that you know. You gotta dead all that shit, just like divine feminine had to do. There's no difference. It came out again. Yeah, they said dead on there. Yeah, message of concern. You're getting wish fulfillment without this person. You don't need this person to get wish fulfillment. This person's thoughts may wanted to make you think that you needed this person to get wish fulfillment, and you don't. All right, you getting that shit without this person. Your ancestors. All right, you getting your money sooner than you think too, because Spirit want to go ahead and move you while you in this motherfucking energy. All right, courtship is here. All right, somebody was in and out. All right, wanting to come in and out and so-called fake gift you. All right, but this person really was coming in burdening you and stopping you from moving the fuck on. All right, this person took a gamble. All right, now you're calling in your soulmate. All right, you could be feeling by yourself right now, but your love life is getting ready to change. All right, your love life is getting ready to change. Something's getting ready to level up in your life. You're calling in your soulmate. I really feel like it's you. You're calling in your higher self, and you're moving on to a new beginning this here. All right, a new beginning this here. I just feel like spirit gave somebody a vision and they didn't follow it. They didn't trust what they saw. Finances, God finna get ready to do something big in your life. All right, you got finances coming in for you, divine feminine, and nobody had to help you get shit. You did this on your own. All right, divine timing, and you finna get this house on your own. All right, all of this shit you got on your own, and it was divine timing. And yes, this motherfucker's gonna be mad that you're receiving all of this shit, but they ain't wanna help you. They look unexpected money in the distant horizon. Now motherfuckers want to have conversations, but you gone, you moved, all right, you moved on. Mature man is here. Somebody wasn't a mature man, and somebody was stuck in their thoughts, wanted to be stuck in the past, and now somebody want to talk, and you already gone. Ooh, lessons and blessings. What's crazy is that this masculine is eventually still going to be blessed, but you're still going to be gone. All right, so this person is gonna have everything that they wanted, and what do they wanted more than anything? Money. All right, money, and they was doing anything in order to get it, even if it was hurting you, divine feminine. They was gonna do it because money was ruling them. You can't be with nobody who is ruled by money. All right, you got to be ruled by love. You got to be ruled by God. All right, and that's just what the fuck it is. Ain't no cutting no corners around it. Either you gonna bow down or you gonna get left. All right. The bond, the deep emotional attachment. All right. This card speaks of closeness, soul recognition, trust your emotional connection. All right. This bond may be strengthening or revealing itself. All right. The whole purpose was for this person to be you bring this person closer to spirit. You know what's gonna bring this person closer to spirit? You walking away. They gonna see spirit gave them everything that they fucking asked for. All right, allow love to reveal to me the myself honestly. All right, reflection. This person is reflecting you. All right, creation, feminine power, sacred emotional space. All right, deep emotional sensitivity. Somebody is in touch with their feelings at this time. All right, the return of power, reclaiming your voice, worth, and authority. All right, I return to myself fully and unapologetic. All right, and let's see. Do I want to last pull, and then I'm gonna go passion. You're passionate about what you do. All right, and this person may not be passionate about what you do. All right, this is why it's not working. The law of attraction is here. Hope is here. All right, abundance is here. Spirit wants you to stay in your integrity. All right, and go for it. Go for what you know. All right, and what you know is what you do. All right, alchemical forces. All right, you got spiritual beings and all types of spiritual forces around you. All right, spirit said be patient because that abundance is coming in. All right, fairness and truth. Something is getting ready to be released. All right, protection. You got a lot of protection around because something is getting ready to be released. All right, something is coming back together. All right, and taking the lead is here. All right, somebody could be coming towards you wanting to take the lead. Somebody could be wanting to take the lead. All right, donation readings are available if anybody wants a read before I go. All right, peace is here. If anybody wants a 3-card pull, they are $5. 3-card pulls are $5. Does anybody wants a 3-card pull? All right, righteous is here. Righteousness. All right, some sort of peak. All right, transformation. Something is transforming. All right. Peace and order is here. Righteousness. Something is coming back. All right, stable and equilibrium. All right, something's balancing itself out. Understanding is here. All right, and you don't have to do shit. It's all happening for you. All right, Spirit say just go for it. Prosperity is here. Watch for the signs and abundance. Oh shit. All right, you ain't got shit. Oh, all you gotta do is love yourself. That's all you gotta do. Do nothing and love. You don't have to do shit when it comes to your love life either. That shit is coming together as well. All right, is anybody else wanting a read before I go?